Hello, welcome everybody to the No Wish account tour. This is the account that I used to complete all of Genshin Impact's content without wishing a single time. If you haven't seen the original video yet, you can feel free to check that out. I will link that in the video description down below, and I'll also put it somewhere on screen. But yeah, this is my No Wish account. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there were some questions about the account. Like, I didn't show off every single character in that video, and I also didn't show off how many Primo Gems, how many Fates and everything I had. So I'm going to be going through all of that now. I think that the first thing that I should do is probably show you how many Primo Gems I have. I have 45,853 Primo Gems. I have 32 Intertwined Fates, and I have 100 Acquaint Fates. That is a lot of wishes. And a suggestion that I made during that video was that trying to 36 star the Abyss with C0 4-star characters is just kind of unrealistic. I don't think that there's a way to do it. Even if I grinded for better artifacts and everything, I could probably max get like 6 stars on floor 12. So currently I don't think that I could 36 star it with the characters that I have. So a suggestion that I made was wishing on the weapon banner so that I can get stuff like Mist Splitter, or I can get like crazy weapons, Favonius weapons, and that would in turn increase the power level of my account, increase the power of my characters, and maybe I could 36 star the Abyss with the new weapons. But as some people pointed out, which I also knew, was that I would get characters occasionally from the weapon banner. What I was thinking I would do is that I just wouldn't use those characters. Like any characters that I rolled, I wouldn't level them up or anything. I would just leave them at level 1. But I also did get some suggestions in the comments on that video, a big one being for Kaya. Now, I wasn't using the prototype Rancor in that video. I was actually using the Umbrella event weapon. And this is a decent weapon for Kaya, but somebody suggested that I use the Inazuma craftable sword, the MNMMO, however you pronounce it, which I was like, that's actually a great idea. I just didn't feel like doing the quest to get it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the quest, and I'm going to get that sword because that sword gives attack percent and it gives energy, both things that Kaya really likes. So just seeing some of the suggestions, I did realize that there was more room to increase the power of this account than I originally thought. Like, I don't even have an R5 catch yet. And also I could do this, what I'm going to do eventually. I'm going to be working towards a 4-piece instructor set on Bennett, and then I transferred over my Noblesse Oblige set over to Xingqiu. The reason being is because the 4-piece instructor set, upon triggering an elemental reaction, increases all party members' elemental mastery by 120. So that would give Xiangling an extra 120 elemental mastery, and I would still get the Noblesse Oblige effect from Xingqiu whenever he would burst. So I just realized there was small tweaks that I could still do, so I don't think I'm be wishing on the weapon banner. Instead, I think something that would be way more fun is to just keep doing this as a no-wish account until I hit like 100,000 Primo Gems, and then we like C6 the Cryo Archon. Like, you know, so we C6 some character that comes out way later in the future. So I think that that is what I'm going to do. Something that I also wanted to address, which I couldn't really find a way to work into the original video. Now, if you watched the short that started this entire series, which is where I was like, I decided to beat all of Genshin's content without rolling a single time. In the original short, I did mention the fact that this account was for my brother. I made this account for my brother specifically because he showed interest in playing Genshin Impact, and I was like, I'm only running one account right now. At the time, I was only running one account, and I was like, I could run a second account and just help you out if you were interested in it. Basically, my brother was like, he didn't really want to make the account or upkeep it completely. So my suggestion was that I run most of the stuff for the account, and then my brother can just hop on and play whenever he wanted to. But the one caveat to that was, oh, if I'm going to be doing this, would you allow me to just not wish on it so that I can see if I can beat the entire game without wishing on the account? And then after I'd done that, you can feel free to use all the Primo Gems and everything that you want. And also something that I was hoping for in doing this was that my brother would eventually start playing through the story himself, which he did. So I was the one who actually ran through all of Mondstadt's story, but then around Liyue, when I was showing him some cutscenes, I'm like, hey, this is when Child, my favorite character in the game, comes into the game. If you want to check that out, I'm just saying. And my brother did end up playing through Liyue and Inazuma. I only had to step in to beat Tartaglia, like the boss form of Child. He wasn't able to beat that. And then I also had to step in to beat Raiden Shogun. And that is why I had the footage for those, but I didn't really have footage for any of Liyue or Inazuma because my brother was the one, you know, playing those sections. But then around when my brother completed Inazuma at patch 3.4, when we got the free Liyue character, that is when my brother was like, oh, I've actually, you know, I had fun. and I thank you for making this account and you know, keeping up with the commissions and grinding artifacts and building characters for me, because my brother wasn't familiar with any of the systems of Genshin Impact. It is a lot to take in. He said thank you for doing all of that, but after he completed Inazuma, he wasn't really logging into the account anymore, and he said that he wasn't really going to play Genshin Impact anymore after that. And after my brother said that he wasn't going to be playing Genshin Impact anymore, it was a big hit to my motivation, because the whole reason why I made this account and I was grinding and doing all this was because I wanted my brother to have that big wishing session. Like, the name of this account is Yuko. That's my brother's gamer tag. So when he told me that he wasn't going to be playing anymore after version 3.4, that was actually the main reason why I quit. It wasn't just that I realized I couldn't clear the Spiral Abyss without a healer. It was mainly because my brother said that he wasn't going to be playing anymore, so then I stopped hopping on the account. But describing all of that felt like a lot. It felt like it just kind of slowed the video down a lot. I had a lot of different variations when I was writing the script for it, and I just couldn't find a good way to quickly go over that. I had a section is like, also the reason why I was quitting was because of this, and I was going to work it in, but it just felt like it bogged the video down. So I can just tell you now about the account while I'm doing the account tour. So yeah, for people wondering about that, this account is no longer for my brother. Now it's just a challenge account, and then I guess now we're going to use it to C6 a character. Maybe my brother wants to do the wishes though. Maybe my brother will hop on and maybe he wants to do the wishes still, so whenever we wish for the C6 character, maybe my brother hops on and does the wishes. My brother is super lucky, and I would usually have him do my wishes anyways, so maybe he can bless us with his good luck. Maybe we'll win every single 50-50 when we're wishing for the Cryo Archon. I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot. For the thumbnail, let's see if we can fix this real quick. I never thought that I would be actively searching for a common chest just so that I can fix the amount of Primo Gems on my account just for a thumbnail. 90. Okay, now we're at 46,000. Nice. That looks way better for the thumbnail. So yeah, now the goal for the No Wish account is to get 100,000 Primo Gems, and then we C6 the Cryo Archon, or the Pyro Archon. So now I can show you what the characters are looking like currently. Amber, I'm no longer using. Originally, I was going to be using Amber, and I had ended the line on her, and I was using a 4-piece Exile set. And then, as I showed right now, I'm going to be using a 4-piece Noblesse Oblige on Xingqiu. I do have the Sapwood Blade, specifically just for the 30.6% energy recharge. And then for Xiangling, of course, we have the Catch. I am going to get this to R5 eventually. And then we have a 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. And the talents, like, I'm going to crown the Pyronado. I am going to crown Raincutter. I am going to crown Fantastic Voyage. And for Bennett, as I said, I am going to eventually get a 4-piece Instructors. And I still have Sapwood Blade currently on him. And currently I have on the Animo Traveler because I was doing a Mondstadt commission quest where it required an Animo character. That was actually before I grabbed Lynette from the permanent event banner. But I do have 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate on. This is for the Dendro Traveler because I have 4-piece Deepwood of Memories on Kale, and you don't really need 2 4-piece Deepwood, and I just wanted to get his burst back faster. I could do like a 2-piece Emblem, 2-piece Deepwood just to get more Dendro damage, which is something I might do. And for Kaya, I have him on a 2-piece Blizzard, 2-piece Shimmy. Right now I have him on Prototype Rancor, but as I said, I'm gonna use the Inazuma craftable weapon whenever I can get to it. I just need to do the quest first. And I actually swapped Lisa over to Fruit of Fulfillment. I basically realized I'll still get some elemental mastery from this, and Mappa Mare, it just has a higher base attack, which does nothing. It does give 110 elemental mastery, but I feel like getting the energy recharge and being able to burst with Lisa is a lot better, because Lisa's not the best Hyper Bloom driver, because it is hard to proc her blooms. Really, the only way you proc her blooms is that when you hit an enemy, that little bit of electro that comes off of the enemy when you hit them is what procs the Hyper Bloom. So the enemies need to be very close to the Dendro core for the Hyper Bloom to actually proc. But her burst makes it a lot easier to proc those Hyper Blooms. But I just did not have that much energy recharge during that run when I was running through the Spiral Abyss. Now with 41.9% energy recharge, and also it can get higher if I get this to level 90, that is going to make things a little bit easier. And I can also farm more artifacts for her because I am using a 2-piece Gilded, 2-piece Wanderers. This has room to grow for sure. Like I didn't get any rolls into energy recharge. This doesn't have energy recharge on it. This I got decent luck with, you know, 16.2% energy recharge. This has 0% energy recharge on it. This has 10, so this was decent. But if we take a look, even with the 41% energy recharge, I'm only at 173. So there's a lot of room for improvement. And this way, if I hold E as Lisa, I want to get enough particles back that one hold E gives me enough to be able to burst again. So that is the room for improvement from Lisa. Now for Barbara, I finally got her to 84 out of 90. I do need some more experience books to get her to level 90. I can definitely level up the prototype Amber so she has more HP. I have her on 2-piece Maiden, 2-piece Tenacity just for the HP percent bonus and then the healing effectiveness from Maiden's Beloved. And the new edition, which I think is going to be very good, might end up replacing Kaya. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go Lynette, Xingqiu, Xiangling, and Bennett. So Lynette is a great Viridescent user. If I can get enough energy recharge on her and I can invest in her talents and everything, her burst is actually pretty good. And she ends up being kind of like a budget Kazuha. She doesn't have the same grouping capabilities as Kazuha or anything, but she does provide the swirl. She provides the Viridescent procs. She doesn't give the, you know, added hydro damage bonus, pyro damage bonus, whatever you swirl with. She doesn't do that like Kazuha. She's still a free 4-star character. And getting that elemental shred, I think, is like some of the damage that I need, because when I'm using C0 4-star characters, even though they are powerhouses like Bennett, Xiangling, and Xingqiu, like this trio is just so good. I do think that because I'm not able to wish on the weapon ban or anything, because I am restricting myself to that, I think that the VV set is going to be very good. So it is going to take a little bit of time before the next update for this no wish account. Currently, my goal, as I said, is 100,000 Primo Gems, and it is to hopefully one day 36 star the Abyss. I'll even take 33 stars. If I can 33 star the Abyss without having wished, like that's crazy. That's going to be pretty fun for me. But yeah, mainly the point of this video was to just let you know where the account is at currently, what my goals for the account are, and also I mainly wanted to let you know that the account isn't for my brother anymore. My brother ended up not playing Genshin Impact anymore, but he did play a lot more of Genshin Impact than I thought he would. I am still happy that he tried it. I'm very thankful to him, and I'm glad that he had a fun time playing Genshin Impact for the limited amount of time that he did play it. But yeah, that is where the No Wish account is currently at. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. If you did, I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. And just remember, you don't have to believe in yourself. Believe in me. Believe in the me that believes in you. And I'll see you in the next video.